Prepare for a tale of fluttering wings and sweet-smelling petals. Discover how a curious butterfly and a lovely rose learn about true friendship in The Fluttering Heart and the Blushing Rose.
In a sunny green garden lived a handsome butterfly named Flutterwing. His delicate wings shimmered with patterns of gold and silver, catching every ray of light. One warm morning, Flutterwing spotted a magnificent rose blooming nearby. Her petals were a deep, velvety red, and her scent filled the air with sweetness. Flutterwing felt a joyful flutter in his own tiny heart, drawn to her beauty. Flutterwing, with his heart full of happiness, decided to fly closer to the beautiful rose. He gently fluttered his shiny wings, creating a soft, warm breeze around her. "Oh, lovely rose," he whispered softly, "your beauty has captured my heart completely." The rose, hearing his sweet words, felt a warm blush spread across her deep red petals. She smiled shyly, swaying just a little in the gentle breeze. The rose, whose real name was Rosalind, truly admired Flutterwing's charming golden and silver wings. "Oh, dear Flutterwing," she replied softly, "your kind words and graceful dance make my heart bloom even brighter." They spent many happy moments sharing sweet secrets and making promises under the warm sun. Flutterwing vowed to return to her, always cherishing their special bond. With a tender kiss on her soft petals, he prepared for his journey. Saying goodbye was a bit hard, but Flutterwing promised to explore the garden and come right back. "I will always think of you, my dearest Rosalind," he called out, flying higher. Rosalind waved her green leaves, watching him disappear into the bright blue sky. She imagined him flying over sweet-smelling meadows and colorful flower beds. She patiently waited for his return, dreaming of the day they would meet again. But alas, days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into a whole season. Rosalind waited and waited, her bright petals starting to droop just a tiny bit. Where could Flutterwing be? She watched other busy bees and buzzing insects visit her friends, but there was no sign of her own special butterfly. A little frown appeared on her leafy brow as her patience began to wear thin. One sunny afternoon, Rosalind saw a familiar flash of gold and silver wings. "Flutterwing!" she exclaimed, her heart leaping with joy. But then she watched in dismay as Flutterwing danced and twirled around a cheerful yellow geranium. He even gently touched its bright petals, just like he had once touched hers. Rosalind felt a prickle of sadness and a little bit of anger. Then, to Rosalind's surprise, Flutterwing flew from the geranium straight to a delicate purple mignonette. He seemed to be whispering sweet compliments to his tiny blossoms. A round, plump busy bee, with his usual yellow and black stripes, was also near, gathering nectar. The busy bee looked annoyed and gently bumped Flutterwing away, as if saying, "Move along, little flirter." Rosalind watched, her heart stirring with frustration. When Flutterwing finally fluttered back to her, Rosalind could not hold back her feelings. "Is this your constancy, dear Flutterwing?" she asked, her voice trembling like a dewdrop. "It feels like ages since you left, and all this time you've been flirting with so many other flowers." A tiny, sparkling tear rolled down one of her soft red petals, looking like morning dew. She felt very sad and a little bit betrayed. Flutterwing, however, just tilted his head and let out a little laugh. "Constancy," he cheerfully chuckled, his wings fluttering playfully. "My dear Rosalind, I had barely left your side when I saw the whispering wind kissing your lovely petals." He remembered the gentle breezes that always caressed her. Rosalind gasped softly, a little taken aback by his accusation. "And what about Mr. Busybee?" Flutterwing continued playfully. "You carried on scandalously, letting him buzz all around you, and I saw you making eyes at every little bug who passed by." Rosalind, though surprised, couldn't help but remember all the friendly insects who had visited her. Her sadness began to turn into a tiny smile as she realized something important. Rosalind looked at Flutterwing, and Flutterwing looked at Rosalind. They both realized they had been a bit silly. While Flutterwing had enjoyed the company of other blooms, Rosalind had also happily welcomed visits from all her garden friends. "It seems neither of us was perfectly constant after all," Rosalind giggled, a tiny sparkle returning to her petals. Flutterwing smiled, his antennae bobbing. They understood that true affection wasn't about guarding each other fiercely from every glance or visit. It was about trust and genuine care. From that day on, Flutterwing still visited other flowers, bringing back stories of what he saw. And Rosalind still welcomed all her insect friends, sharing her sweet nectar and fragrant scent. Their bond grew stronger, filled with respect and cheerful understanding. So, the butterfly and the rose learned that true friendship and love don't mean you can't be friendly to others. It means having an open heart and trusting each other while still enjoying the big, beautiful world around you. They realized that sharing joy only makes your special relationships bloom even brighter.
Ever dreamed of being the hero? Now you get to be the star. Your adventure starts at TalesMio. Visit talesmio.com now.